Diver's suit. United States Patent Number 1370316. Granted March 1, 1921 to Harry Houdini. Application serial number 177971, filed June 30, 1917. To all whom it may concern, be it known that I, Harry Houdini, a citizen of the United States and a resident of the city of New York, borough of Brooklyn, in the county of Kings and state of New York, have invented a new and improved diver's suit, of which the following is a full, clear, and exact description. The invention relates to deep-sea diving suits or armors, and its object is to provide a new and improved diver's suit arranged to permit the diver, in case of danger for any cause whatever, to quickly divest himself of the suit while being submerged and to safely escape and reach the surface of the water. Another object is to enable the diver to put on or take off the suit without requiring assistance. Another object is to prevent the diver, when submerged, from being crushed by the pressure of the surrounding water in case the air supply gives out or the airline becomes fouled for any cause. A further object is to enable the diver to go quickly down to a greater depth and to readily rise therefrom without consuming as much time in effecting a compressing or a decompressing action as now required and practiced. Other objects will readily appear from the description of the construction and use of the suit as hereinafter set forth. In order to accomplish the desired result, use is made of upper and lower body sections adapted to encase the diver, and manually controlled connecting means detachably connecting the said body sections with each other. The said connecting means being located exteriorly and being adapted to be closed by the diver prior to submerging, and being adapted to be opened by the diver while being submerged. Use is also made of a band of stiff material to hold the pliable material, of which the suit is made, out of crushing contact with the waist and abdomen of the diver. A practical embodiment of the invention is represented in the accompanying drawings forming a part of this specification, in which similar characters of reference indicate corresponding parts in all the views. Figure 1 is a perspective view of the diver's suit as applied. Fig 2 is an enlarged front perspective view of the lower portion of the upper body section and the upper portion of the lower body section, and the connecting means for detachably connecting the body sections with each other. Fig 3 is a perspective view, showing the diver in the act of divesting himself of the suit while being submerged. Fig 4 is an enlarged front elevation of the connecting means connecting the upper and lower body sections with each other. Fig 5 is a sectional plan view of the same. Fig 6 is an enlarged cross-section of the same on the line 6 to 6 of Fig 4. Fig 7 is a perspective view of the lower end of one of the trouser legs, including the encasing means for the corresponding foot. Fig 8 is a front perspective view of one of the shoes in position, and Fig 9 is a perspective view of one of the gauntlets for use on the arms and legs. The diver's suit in its general construction consists of an upper body section 10 and a lower body section 11, the sections being made of an impervious pliable material such as rubber, waterproof textile material, or the like. The upper body section 10 is in the form of a tubular coat provided with sleeves 12, terminating in integral hand encasing means 13, preferably in the form of mittens, as plainly shown in Figs 1 and 3. The upper body section 10 is provided with the usual metallic helmet, 14 attached to a saddle 15, forming a breastplate, backplate and shoulder portions, and secured to the material forming the body section 10, the said helmet and saddle, protecting the head and upper portion of the diver's body in the usual manner. The helmet 14 is provided with the usual windows and is connected with an air supply pipe 17 for supplying air to the interior of the suit for breathing purposes and for sustaining the pressure of the water when the diver is below the surface of the water. The lower body section 11 is in the form of trousers, having legs 20, terminating in integral feet. Encasing means 21, see Fig 7. In order to connect the lower end or waist of the upper body section 10 with the upper end or waist of the lower body section 11, the following arrangement is made. On the lower end of the body section 10 is secured a band 25 of rubber or similar material provided in its outer face with an annular groove 26 into which fits a metallic band 27, segmental or arched in cross-section to render the band exceedingly strong. Onto this band fits the upper or waist, portion 28 of the lower body section 11, the said portion being provided exteriorly with a split metallic belt or band 30 convex in cross-section to snugly press the upper portion 28 in firm contact with the metallic band 27 with a view to provide an air and watertight joint between the upper and lower body sections and at the same time firmly connect the said body sections with each other. The split belt or band 30 may be riveted, glued or otherwise fastened to the upper of the lower body section 11, or held in place by loops 31, as plainly indicated in Figs 1 and 2. The free ends of the belt 30 are adapted to be drawn together by an exterior means, under the control of the exterior means being, preferably in the form of a lever 32, fulcrumed at 33 on one end of the belt, 30, and pivotally connected by a link 34 with the other free end of the belt, 30 at 35. The lever 32 is provided with a handle 36 adapted to be taken hold of by the diver, for the latter to swing the lever from the open position shown in Figs 2 and 3 into the closed position shown in Figs 1, 4 and 5 or vice versa. By the arrangement described, the upper portion, 28 of the lower body section 11, can be readily placed in register with the arched band 27, while the lever 32 and link are in open position, and the diver, by swinging the lever 32 over from the left to the right, draws the ends of the belt, 30 together, thus firmly seating and clamping the upper portion, 28 on the band 27. When it is desired to open the belt 30 with a view to disconnect the body sections from each other, it is only necessary for the diver to take hold, handle 36 of the lever 32, and swing the latter back from the right to the left to unclamp and free the waist 28 from the band, 27 to allow of dropping the body preferably made in sections 37, 38. Adjustably connected with each other by bolts 39 held on the sections 38, and engaging slots 40 formed in the sections 37. The opposite faces of the link sections 37, 38 are preferably provided with ratchet teeth 41, 42 to prevent accidental slipping of the sections 37, 38, 1 on the other. The belt 30 is provided with outwardly extending pairs of lugs, 45, each pair containing a weight 46 between them, the weight being fastened in place by screws, 47 engaging the lugs, 45, and screwing into the ends of the weights, 46. By the arrangement described, the weights 46 can be interchanged for heavier or lighter weights. The shoes so are provided with weighted soles, 51, and similar heels, 52, and the shoes are open along the median line of the front from the top to near the forward end, as plainly indicated in Fig 8. A buckle strap 53 is provided across the top of the front portion of the shoe, and a buckle strap 54 is held on the sole of the feet, encasing means 21, see Fig 7, by passing through slits. 55 formed in the sides of the feet, encasing means 21, and extending through slits 56, formed in the sides of the shoe, 50 at the heel, 52 thereof. The outer ends of the buckle strap 54 extend across the shoe over the instep, and the ends of the strap are buckled together, as plainly indicated in Fig 8. The top of the shoe is provided in order to prevent the air within the diver's suit from inflating the hand enclosing means 13, and the feet enclosing means 21. Use is made of gauntlets, 70 of a stiff material, and split lengthwise to permit of conveniently placing the gauntlets exteriorly in position on the body sections, 10 and 11 at the forearms and the lower portions. Gauntlets are provided with closing means 71 for drawing the gauntlets tightly shut on the arms and legs to prevent the air from reaching the enclosing means 13 and 21. The closing means 71 are preferably in the form of snap levers extending over an exterior grooved flange. 72 formed on one side of the gauntlet 70 and fitting onto a correspondingly shaped ridge. 73 formed on the other side of the gauntlet, as plainly indicated in Fig 9. By the arrangement described, the diver can readily open the fastening devices 71 to divest himself of the gauntlets, either when being submerged or when on land. It is understood that the usual means for raising and lowering the diver and the means for signaling purposes are of the usual construction. The upper and lower body portions, while in separated condition, are donned separately. That is, the lower body portion 11 is preferably donned first, with the lever 32 in open position, and then the diver slips the upper body portion over his head until the saddle 15 rests on his shoulders. Land, the head extends within the helmet 14. Then the diver draws up the lower body portion until the waistband 30 registers with the waistband 27 of the upper body portion, and then the diver swings the lever 32 into closed position to firmly seat the band 30 on the band 27, and thereby form a tight joint, as above described. It will be noticed that the helmet and saddle need not be detached at all from the upper body portion unless for any special reason it is desired to do so. The gauntlets 70 can be subsequently laced in position, but the shoes are preferably put on prior to donning the upper body section 10. From the foregoing it will be seen that by the arrangement described, the diver himself can readily don the suit when on land or on board of a marine vessel without assistance from other persons, and when the diver is submerged and becomes jammed at the bottom of the ocean or river, or that the air supply gives out. It is only necessary for the diver to swing the lever 32 into open position to allow the lower body section 11 to drop down, see Fig 3, and step out, and then to divest himself of the upper body section by bending over with outstretched hands and quickly pulling back the upper body to free himself of the upper body section 10, aided by the resistance of the water which rushes into the said body section. The diver can now rise to the surface of the wager completely free of the suit. By actual tests, it has been proved that not only a diver, but an inexperienced person when submerged can escape from the suit in less than 45 seconds. It will further be noticed that by having the strong metallic band 27 and the belt 30 at the waist, and which parts form part of the connecting means for connecting the body sections 10 and 11 with each other, a protecting means is provided for protecting the waist and abdominal portion of the diver against the pressure of the surrounding water, and consequently less air pressure within the suit is required. Thus, by reduction in air pressure, the usual time consumed in effecting the compressing or decompressing action is reduced to a minimum. By providing the metallic band and belt, the danger of the squeeze, either in the diver falling down or being blown up, is reduced to a minimum. By weighting the suit at the connecting means between the upper and lower body sections, this weight is supported from the shoulders of the diver, and a correspondingly lighter weight can be used on the shoes. It is understood that when the diver is encased in the suit and submerged with the sections connected with each other, then escape of air from within the suit and inflow of water from without is completely prevented. It is further expressly understood that as soon as the upper and lower body sections 10 and 11 are disconnected from each other while the diver is submerged, most of the air escapes from within the suit sections, and the surrounding water in volume rushes into the sections to exert a displacing action on the suit sections, thus aiding the diver to quickly extract and free himself from the sections. It is further understood that the improvements described apply equally well to a self-contained diving suit without a supply of air from above. In case a diver is down, say to a high pressure, and it would be dangerous for him to come up quickly without recompression, another diver may take a helmet down to the diver in distress to allow the latter to escape from the suit, insert his head into the extra helmet, and be gradually brought to the surface. Having thus described my invention, I claim as new and desire to secure by letters patent. 1. A diver's suit, comprising upper and lower body sections, having airtight and watertight encasing means adapted to endiver against the escape of air from within the suit and against inflow of water when submerged. The sections having their adjacent ends in overlapping relation. The lower section having means to allow the diver, when submerged, to step out of the lower section, and the upper section having means to allow the diver, when submerged, to draw the upper portion of his body out of this upper section. And 2. A diver's suit, comprising upper body section of pliable material and including encasing means for the arms and hands, and a helmet having the usual air supply. A lower body section having legs and shoes attached to the legs, the waist of the said upper body section, and the waist of the said lower body section having coacting means forming an air, and watertight separable joint, the said upper body section, having means to allow the diver to draw the upper portion of his body, including the arms and hands, out of the upper body section when submerged, and the said lower body section having its legs and shoes provided with means to allow the diver, when submerged, to step out of the said lower body section against the inflow of water. The said controlling means having an actuating member under the control of the diver to permit the diver, when submerged, to open the joint and separate the waists, to allow the sections to separate, and the water to rush into the sections to aid the diver in divesting himself of the said sections. 3. A diver's suit comprising an upper body section of pliable material, and including encasing means for the arms and hands, and a helmet having the usual air supply, a lower body section having legs and shoes attached to the legs, the waist of the said upper body section and the waist of the said lower body section having coacting means forming an air and watertight separable joint, the upper body section having means to allow of being shed over the head of the diver, and the lower body section having means to allow the diver, when submerged, to step out of the lower body section, and exterior controlling means on the said joint to normally hold the joint closed against the inflow of water. Said controlling means having an actuating member under the control of the diver to permit the diver, when submerged, to open the joint and separate the waists to allow the sections to separate and the water to rush into the sections to aid the diver in divesting himself of the said sections. 4. A diver's suit, comprising sections adapted to encase the diver against the escape of air within the suit and against inflow of water when submerged, and manually releasing and automatically separable means, allowing the said sections to be released, and automatically separating one from the other to allow the diver to extract himself when submerged, aided by the inrush of the surrounding water in volume, to exert a displacing action on the suit sections. 5. A diver's suit, comprising a coat provided with a helmet and sleeves terminating in hand encasing means, trousers having legs terminating in feet encasing means, bands of stiff material at the waists of the said coat, and trousers and adapted to overlie each other, and manually controlled means to move the bands out of overlying relation to allow the coat and trousers to separate automatically and permit the diver by the inrush of the surrounding water to extract himself when submerged, aided by the inrush of the surrounding water in volume to exert a displacing action on the said coat and trousers. 6. A diver's suit, comprising a coat provided with a helmet and sleeves terminating in hand encasing means, trousers having legs terminating in shoes, having means to permit the diver to withdraw the feet while the shoes are attached to the legs, and manually controlled exterior connecting and releasing means connecting the waists of the coat and trousers to form an air and watertight joint, and capable of being opened by the diver when submerged to a low. Automatic separation of the coat and trousers. 7. A diver's suit, comprising upper and lower body sections provided at the waists with bands adapted to overlie one the other, one of the bands being annular and the other being split, a lever at one end of the said split, and a link connecting the other end of the said split band with the said lever. A diver's suit comprising an upper body section provided exteriorly at the waist with an annular band of a stiff material, a lower body section having an open or split band, fitting the said band exteriorly, a lever at one end of the said split band, and a link on the other end of the split band, to permit of drawing the split band tight on the annular band or releasing it therefrom. 9. A diver's suit, comprising an upper body section provided exteriorly at the waist with an annular band of a stiff material, a lower body section having an open or split end fitting the said band exteriorly, a lever at one end of the split band to permit of drawing the split band tight on the annular band, or releasing it therefrom, the links being made in sections adjustably fastened together. The end.
Want to fall asleep listening to the patents of historic or important inventions? Then subscribe the Sleepy Time for Nerds channel on YouTube and drift into slumber, listening to the detailed description of inventions like Alexander Graham Bell's telegraph, Thomas Edison's light bulb, and even the toilet paper roll. What can be better than drifting off to deep sleep with the historic voices of these inventors? Having trouble sleeping? Let us read you some bedtime stories guaranteed to put you right to sound slumber. We are reading selected patents on a variety of inventions, past and present. While you're falling asleep, you will subconsciously gain knowledge and insight on inventions that advanced our technology in many technical areas and industries. What more could you ask for? Sleepy Time for Nerds is perfect for engineers, scientists, physicists, and the weekend tinkerer. Sleep tight. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment below, and let us know what other patents you want to listen to while you fall asleep.